Okay, so we're starting out here on the exterior. We've got our brick porch here. We've got the cedar shake upstairs. The front looks like they're all original windows. Real estate agent, roofing contractor. As we head up here, I'll come back outside to touch on the brickwork here and the arch. We can start to see some separation here. That's separating there. As you come around across the top. And then we have some effervescence right there, and it's kind of pouring away. So we'll touch on that in a minute. Coming in the front door here. There's a little bit of an odor. It's kind of like a pet smell. It's not musty, more like maybe there was a cat or a dog in here at some point. It doesn't smell like a smoker. As we walk around here, there's nice millwork all the way throughout the foyer here. The windows on this side, they're original with storm panes. On the other side, they look like they're in good condition. Floors look like they're in good condition as well. Millwork, all pretty good condition. The door, front door is original as well. We've got radiator heating, original windows that flank the front door there as well. Coming into the receiving room, parlor, living room, there's original windows that flank the fireplace with storm window inserts. We've got original windows on the front, also with storm window inserts. We have radiator heating. Floors look like they're in pretty good condition, as we can see. Maybe a little bit of some wear and tear down there in the corner. Everything else looks like it's in pretty good shape. We've got some knob and tube wiring, so that'll have to be updated there as well. I'm gonna pan back around here so we can see the fireplace in pretty good shape. The really just kind of whatever the stove pot, get that pulled out, and then you could kind of recondition that or put a gas insert in and really utilize that. Coming around, there's the original pocket doors are still in. And if I pull this out, you can see they still work. This one has a little stop put there, but they kind of glide back, so I wonder what's going on with that. But they're in pretty good shape. Pull that one out one more time. Stop it there. So the locking mechanism is still in there too, which is nice. And we'll slide it back. Again, radiators in this space as well. Some more molding and millwork in here. It looks like this is all in pretty good shape. It's been painted. I can't tell when. It might be fairly recently because it is pretty white. Got some popcorn ceiling, which we probably want to test to see if that's asbestos or not. And then we've got our bay window here. That looks to be like original windows there as well. Gonna pan around here. It's got a little bit of a bow to it, so maybe something's going on with that header there. You can see that in that millwork up there in that corner. Back over here, this is all pretty good shape. Again, floors, I'm not really noticing anything staining, nothing that a refinishing couldn't take care of. Got this door over here. So the plaster looks like it's in pretty good shape. These are windows that actually open onto the sunroom. And we're gonna head over into the kitchen here. In the kitchen, this looks like it's gonna need to be kind of redone. There's a vinyl insert for like a window box for plants. Got vinyl inserts in here. They can be redone. And then maybe like even change the elevation of those things, because then you can start to work cabinets in there. That door has been redone, so that's a new door inset. And then we have our bathroom here, which is interesting because this is just a toilet. So that's all that is. Got original window in there. So that'll have to get rethought. Do you change all that up? And then before I head outside, we're gonna head over here into the hallway. In the hallway here, we've got this closet here, which is pretty big. So that can tie, on the other side of that wall is the bathroom. So we can maybe tie that together there that way. And again, we've got a door here into the dining room. As you can see, flanking doors. Architecturally, they're correct with the way they're spaced in the room, but it is a little odd. And when we've got that there, we've got a laundry chute right there. And then I'm gonna head out to the sunroom before we head either upstairs or downstairs. So here's the sunroom. Nice little exit sign there for you. And this sunroom is pretty cool. It's clearly just a sunroom. You know, you can see gaps in the wall right there, down along here. So it's old, but it's actually kind of beautiful in its own right. Might need to get touched up. Here we see those windows. They probably had some kind of a weather seal on there at some point that's not quite doing the trick now. This right here is interesting. So you open that up and it's just storage. So it's a little potting shed right on the side of the house. And then we'll take the tour outside in a minute, but that's the deck. And then kind of leads out, that window opens there. Again, we've got a lot of radiant heating all throughout, so we've got that there. And we'll head upstairs before we head downstairs. Stairs might need to be redone. They look like they're in a little rough shape. They're also not as like intricately detailed as you'd expect for a house like this with this kind of detailing. So come up here, original windows. Got another pocket door, which is pretty cool. So you can kind of hide that off for your guests. They don't have to see that. So it's a really cool detail. I've never seen anything like that on the stairs. Usually in a house like this, they'd have a servant stair or something like that. Heading up, got a little bit of damage with the plaster here. Maybe a little bowing right there in that plaster. And along there, some issue with the plaster. Original window, so that's in good shape. Again, some damage right there to plaster, so this might need to be redone. Got some carpet on the stairs there. Heading up to our second floor here. They got a Mitsubishi system. We don't know anything about it. We don't know if it works. Sounds like it does. Looks like it does too. Blows cold. All right, I'll turn that off for now. All right, then in here, this is the worst room that I've seen so far for this house. So we've got plaster damage all the way over here. They wallpapered the ceiling, so we don't know actually what's going on in here. But this is where most of that water damage was coming from the roof, coming down. But the walls themselves look like they're in decent shape. We got a little cracking from the plaster here, kind of riding up this way. And then back over here, just at the edges everywhere. So we've also got vinyl replacement windows in this room. We've got some plaster cracking in here. Again, following kind of that trajectory on the back side of the house. And we got some here. So this room would have to get pulled, like pull all of that off, and then we'll see what's going on. We've got knob and tube in here as well. In the closet here, you see a little bit of that damage coming up in here. There's some of that damage there. They just ran these Mitsubishi pipes through. And then here you've got water damage in here as well. It looks like they had a light in here at some point that they just cut off. Some water damage, but that joist under there looks like, or it's that lath, that might be lath. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Looks like it's dried out. And then, yeah, this paint coming off. It's not like it's not great. It's aesthetic more, I think, than anything else. There's some water staining there. It's not the worst I've ever seen. So we'll head over to the next room where you see if you're still on. Yeah, you're still on? Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. All right, we're still on. So this room's actually in pretty good shape. I don't see any issues, falling, peeling. This, you know, atypical stuff going on in the corners, just from wear and tear, building age, that kind of stuff. Looks like plaster was redone in here. I see that. It's not nice and smooth. Looks like, and this is drywall. So this was redone at some point. You can see that's that difference. That's plaster or mud. So this was redone at some point. And then we've got the original plaster walls here. We'll touch on this in a second. We've got knob and tube. Floors look like they're in good shape in here as well. Just kind of around that radiator, some wear and tear from that heat. I'm gonna poke us out here real quick. They redid the roof. So here's the new roofing. And then also at some point there was insulation done. So we have some cellulose blown in right here. And you can kind of see some of that stuff. So they pulled off the old siding and then just put new siding on top of it. Hard to say when that was done. Okay, we'll head to the next room. Oh, no, I want to hit this up first. So in here, this is actually in pretty good shape on this side over here, giant moth. Looks like some plumbing was redone at some point. Coming back around here, yeah, there's a little bit of something going on with the wallpaper up there, but it's in pretty good shape overall. The plumbing looks like it's okay. Heading back out into this space here. Got a closet. Usually, if there's some issue, it's in here. It's all right. It's pretty good. Okay. Got built-ins. Bathroom looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It's dirty, right? So it'll need to be cleaned up. We've got original windows, radiators, kind of spinning around here. It's basically what you'd expect. Penny tile, it's actually pretty decent shape. The fixtures, pretty decent shape. Toilet looks like it's newer. Knob and tube. We've got our laundry chute there. This is the attic access door. And then this is the other room, which would be considered the master, original windows all throughout. They do have a flat roof on here, which is interesting. That roof wasn't redone, clearly. So I'll have to talk to them about that because the water damage I'm seeing is from that corner there. We'll send a drone up and take a look at that. Overall, you know, this looks good. Looks like pretty good overall here. There used to be a wall here and it was changed, and there's evidence that this is kind of just wrapped in vinyl. And then there was a door there at some point. So this can be kind of turned into whatever you'd like. Maybe it's a sitting room or part of the master suite, something like that. But there's nothing here that's really looking like it's in bad shape. Old gas insert on the fireplace. Laundry, or not laundry, got a little bit of something going on there in the corner. It's in decent shape over here. Okay. So that's the potential master. And you can see where they cut in for the baseboards there. It probably looked just like this on this side. All right, let's head upstairs. This is gonna be interesting here. Got knob and tube again, still there. A smoke detector. Hole in the wall. Here we go. We got plaster issue here. Somebody's tried to duct tape it. Duct tape doesn't fix everything. This all looks pretty good here. So this is where a lot of that water damage was happening in the closet below. You kind of see cracking and that going on there. Maybe from the other side we'll be able to see what's going on. Bowing out there, some staining from maybe some water getting on the tube. Plaster. Yeah, other than that, that kind of looks okay. We've got plaster in here as well. It's very old. Original windows up at the front here. Floors look like they're in pretty good shape. We got some heating, we got some electrical up here. Oh, doorbell down there. So this actually, we take the plaster off, we redo it, or plaster can stay on. It looks like it's in fairly decent shape up here. If we head back over here, this is evidence of where that roofing was redone, and clearly the guys didn't care about what they did or how they did it, because we've got garbage everywhere and insulation torn down and just like not put back up. But you know, that's part of your job as a roofer. Make sure this stuff goes back up. Vent stack, electrical, actually newer electrical run in here. Okay, this is that damage, that water damage we were seeing. So we're gonna peek over there in a second. Over here, we still on? We're still on. Okay, so what are we seeing here? I'm not gonna crawl over there right now, but it's nicely insulated. We know that. Some soot. Doing some spalling. We'll get the drone up and around there, make sure it's flashed right. Okay. All right, so we got beadboard. Now they replaced the plywood, it looks like, throughout the whole roof. We don't know what size plywood or anything like that because I'm not seeing any dimension or any corner where dimension's out. Flashing, that's nice to see, but I feel like that should be on the other side, unless that's the original flashing. Okay, again, insulation was not repaired or replaced. There we go. It looks like it might be 3/4 inch. Maybe, that might be 1/2 inch. And then you got your underside of your flashing there. Is there a tarp? Yeah, there's a tarp right there. Right there. I don't understand that. Okay, here we go. This is where there was water damage. So we could see right here, something was going on with that roof. It probably stems all around this chimney. You can see that's really rotting right there. All that's rotting there. That was, looks like an old rafter tie or something like that. Back around here, it's been replaced, but you could see, you know, I don't see any damage to the new stuff. Okay. So all of that was coming down here. Water was getting down there, and then just underneath there, you can see where that floorboard is pulling up. That's from water. So as that gets soaked, it deforms and it blows out. So that's exactly what happened there. And then we have maybe some other stuff going on there. So looks like it was flashing around that happened. So if that's fixed, we won't have that issue anymore. Okay, that's it here. We got downstairs, so you can see that how that corresponds to that chimney area right there. Basically, all of that, when it gets wet, floods that area. Over time, destroys it. Turn that off. Back around, close that door. All right, and I think, I don't know, there's no lights in here, so we'll turn this one off. That's off. So we've seen all these. We'll head back downstairs. We'll head to the basement now. And then we'll head outside. Again, we got some of that knob and tube. All right, this is the basement. We've got exterior access right here to the side of the house. We've got another laundry chute, maybe? No, maybe it's a mail chute. I don't know. Somebody's trying to keep you out. So there's some evidence of that water that was coming down that chimney right there. And then here we go. Got a little bit of basement action here. It's a little musty. It's not overbearingly musty, but it's a basement. So I'm not seeing any evidence of like a flood in here. We've got maybe some efflorescence right there from that. That'd be water, you know, salt deposits from if that brick was saturated. It's kind of at that level, maybe. We've got a drain, water line inset here at the top. This is the front corner. So if we're looking at the house, it's the left side. Got gas line insert here. These are radiator pipes, and they're wrapped. They were abated for asbestos at some point, or that's their insulation. I'm not 100% sure. Here we have, there's an exposed point right there. That might be their insulation, so they're not abated. So we'll have that abated. We'll have to abate that. Just get it the hell out of here. Oh, I see what's going on with that. We'll touch on that in a second. Again, over here, it's in pretty good shape. You know, cut stone, foundation, maybe plaster at some point was on here. Kind of see it up here. And then as we move over a little bit, it's not really looking wet. I'm not really seeing it. There's no interior drain, French drain or anything like that. Just that drain over there in the corner in case it gets wet down here. We have our fireplace, comes all the way down here. Again, we have our other fireplace there. This is our radiator boiler. I'm not sure on the age of that. Last service was 2020. But Dunkirk radiator, got some information on here. I'll snap a picture real quick while I can. Okay. I don't need a ton of information, but if we come back, we'll get that information. We've got this one. This was I believe a 2019 manufacture date. It was marked on there. Original windows down around here. So these are a little wet, but you can see the proximity to the road, how close that is. So that's probably water that's coming back from the road or from the driveway. These look pretty good. We see some streaks, but that might be water either coming from the window themselves. And you can see that window is saturated and you've got water damage. So that could be what's going on there. Piping here. It's in pretty bad shape. This water or moisture might be from this, you know, rusting, spalling, all that happening there. That might be from that. Because this is pretty old, pretty rough shape. We've got a pump. So any water that goes in here pumped up and over, down around, down here. Now, another thing, I'll point out, giant hole in the waste stack. So that sucks. Have to get replaced. Laundry basket, laundry chute. Some electrical has been redone. So we've got a new panel box. You can see kind of wires running everywhere. Make sure that's up to code. Let's see, that's a landing for the stairs. Then we've got our panel box here. So looks like it's a single phase or a two phase, sorry. Well, it speaks for itself. Simple panel box. Got our diagram here. And we've got some information here. I've taken a photo already. We'll walk through with the realtor. And then in here, there is, this might be the cracking that was on the engineering report, maybe. Hard to say because all of this has kind of come down. And then we've got some, but this is like, it looks like it's in pretty decent shape down here. It's dry. That's somebody's poop. I don't know whose poop. Dog poop, maybe. Yeah, basically, that's it. Got that there. We've got some evidence of intrusion of bugs, it looks like. Not sure what that is, but might have to just pull all this out and have it redone. All right, taking a step back here so we can see everything over here. It's all pretty good. I think we touched on everything. I'm gonna hit this up one more time. So we have a new panel box here. This is everything here for the panel box. We've got our other new panel box here, as you can see. And then that's it. We'll head out.
Yeah, I don't know if she put the lock on here. I was like searching for it earlier. I'm glad I got here a little bit earlier.
Oh, is that where she has it?
Yeah, she has it way back here, which is very bizarre. But there's definitely some movement right here.
Oh yeah, so that's the,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
There's a
And then
lot of
right
movement
there.
there. What is that from? Is that whole
That's that corner. So this is what the structural engineer pointed out.
Oh,
Okay.
this whole area. Okay.
You can't see that from inside or outside.
No.
And so that's what he pointed out was damaged. And then he doesn't think was, after it was repaired, that it was moving. But
You can clearly kind of see
Yeah.
it. Oh.
so it's right here and it's pulling out. And then this is corbelling. So it's like, it's stepping.
Yeah. How do you repair something like that?
I don't know.
They've obviously done it all the way over to here.
So it's a facade.
Yeah.
It's not like a real,
The actual house.
I believe so.
Okay.
So it's just one, it's all wood framing with
Okay.
the brick veneer applied. So if that's the case, then this pulling off, and it's stepping here too, right? So the water damage is happening here, and it's working its way down, and then it's following that path, because that follows the path of the brick as they step, and the same here.
Okay.
And then where it comes to here. So it's kind of like following this path. I saw a little bit of separation from the block work in the back there, which is probably what he noted. And then, so you would probably just have to pull it off, shore it, and then redo the masonry back here. And then I was noticing like all of these, the black spots, like splotches, that's where there's no masonry, or sorry, there's no mortar within the masonry.
I see that, yeah.
So that would all have to get repointed. The back here, where the ivy is, that pulls away all the mortar, so that would probably have to get repointed. I'm seeing some of it like,
take all the brick off and just like vinyl side it?
ooh.
No. Because that would like.
You wouldn't get the tax credits for that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then, as an architect, whenever I hear vinyl siding, I'm like,
I know.
I'd rather buy hardy and then put it up myself,
Okay.
or buy wood. Like that's all real wood.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just do that and then just pull it down and around.
Okay.
But
I feel like that'd be easier than bricking everything back up and getting the bricks to match, because I feel like some of these may not even. I feel like these are different than. Do you feel like they're a little different? They're lighter.
and that's because of the mortar.
Okay.
So I think it's because of the mortar, because where you're seeing that mortar is offsetting that color.
Yeah.
And this might also be saturated. At some point it was saturated. It feels like it might be. So that chimney goes up there. Oh, actually it goes like right here.
Yeah. Okay, well I better head. So
Yeah.
But you do your drone thing. I'm gonna let her know you're here with your drone, because they got the rain on the door and I don't know if the rain.
Oh, yeah. All right, so, well, we'll touch back on this side of the house. That was original package drop. That's pretty cool. So a lot of the mortar joints are missing. So you can see this is what the mortar joint should look like. That's what it looks like right now. Or maybe not. We'll see. Maybe that's a struck mortar joint just like that, and then these were redone. Actually, that's probably more what's happening. So this is a strike down, so it's kind of like a tapered, so lets the water shed off, and then this was redone. You can see that right there. So this is the damage. It's on the rear side. This is the kitchen. We could see where we've got that roof tied in there. It's not even tied in, like I would say. We'll get the drone up, try and get it in there and see what's going on there, because I don't think that's done right. You see that comes up there. It just, there's so much opportunity for water to get back behind there. It doesn't even look like they did it right. And they kind of broke that over. That is what that corner should look like there. It should wrap under that. The siding should come down over it. So water is coming here down. You can see where we start to see that brick pulling. As it pulls away, it starts to come down this way. Up here, that brick is in a somewhat its right position, so we can start to see that vertical plane here, and then it's bowing out here. So it's all kind of corresponding to that corner. I don't know if it's the roof itself. We've got a decent overhang upstairs. I think it's this corner here. And as it comes down, pulls away, the brick over time works itself away, freeze-thaw cycles. Here, we've got the most pulling away of that brick. Now this is a veneer, as we saw it from downstairs. We didn't see any masonry. The joist would have been cut in if that was the case. And then it kind of steps, as we're seeing like this tapered step over here. And then come back over this way. This is where the most of the bowing is happening. This is kind of out of plane itself. I didn't bring my level. I should have. So I was rushing out there, forgot it. But we can see this is kind of bowing out. It's nothing that I can't tell just from looking at it. So we can see, looking down the edge, down towards the other front porch there, you can see how that's bowing out. It's the same thing that's happening here. So I think it's the two ends that are corresponding to this. And that's kind of stepping out. These ivy aren't helping anything. That lintel's pulled away as well. So this is, and then it goes up. Well, the nice thing is this is single story brickwork. So if repairing this would just mean pulling it off and then reapplying it. And as we come kind of around here, you can see maybe the brick isn't as bad a shape over here as I thought it was. But I'd pull all this off because that ivy's not helping our cause. Down around here, we have that Mitsubishi. And we'll head back over here, look at this front porch. So we're back over here. Actually, this one still? Yeah, okay. So we're back over here at the front porch. As we can see, we've got bowing as it comes down around here. And it kind of starts to pull away this way. It's not as bad as that side over there, but it is still pretty bad. You can see it's actually separated from the windows as we come around. We've got the corbelling going on there as the arch pulls away from itself. And you can see we do have a lot of, here we go, there's a big hole right there. So a lot of mortar is missing. We've got kind of like another corbel headed up that way. And I think we've got some going on right there too. So I think that's water from this corner here as it's working its way into the brick and then coming down here and then slowly over time pulling away from everything else. As we mentioned when we were upstairs, they did not redo this roof. So this is kind of like where one of the culprits are. I don't think it's set value is kind of like where they're asking. I don't think that's worth it. They touched this up at some point. So they've added this to kind of help like shore all of this up. We can see it's starting to pull away right here as everything kind of pulls back. There's a little bit of a wave again in that that masonry. It comes here, got some of that pulling away, again, kind of pulling away in both directions here. So I think it's failing here and it's pulling everything else with it, because that's where most of the bowing is. Or there's water getting in somewhere else here and it's kind of just forcing that to fall away from itself. Another option could be that this is the culprit that's failing, pulling everything away, and then caused the roof leak, but which is then extrapolated everything else, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, take a look at this. We have some missing mortar in here, which is interesting because this is the most protected area. All around here, see there's some window, I'll blind that. So the window here is actually sagging our header here, where it kind of cracks. So this is sinking in a sense. It's sinking over here, or pulling away because of that water damage. So that's gonna have to get repaired as well. I don't want it to get repaired. As you can see, again, it's pulling away here. This seems like it's in decent shape up here. So it's kind of just pulling away in that center. Over here is all pretty good shape as well. Window kind of has grown away from that, so either expansion or contraction at some point there. We've got some damage above that header. This is a 100-year-old house after all, so kind of see a little bowing up there. Just there, you can see where that's happening. Got that damage up there. Following that, so that would have to be repaired. This side of the house looks pretty good. Chimney is a little off kilter. We'll see that on the drone. But everything I'm seeing here in pretty good shape. Even the edges here, they're kind of double protected, and then again triple protected. So not a whole lot of water that's hitting that relative to the other side. Got some touch-up work that will need to be done here with brick. And then the backyard here. So gonna see a little bit of this. Gotta see what's going on here. The deck I have to get ripped off. The sun porch is kind of something that is fun, a little whimsical. I mean, the ivy looks cool, but it's not helping our cause with the brickwork. Mitsubishi system, we saw that. It's in the landing on the second floor. Basically, all of the landscaping would have to get removed. It's just bad. It's in really bad shape. Got a garden here with kind of a wrought iron fence. Gonna do this quickly. We got some ivy through the yard. Drive here would have to get replaced. It's just kind of destroyed, to say the least. And then back here, these trees can get taken out. From what our realtor was telling us, they can get replaced, no problem, pulled off. The city won't have a conniption about it. The garage roof will definitely have to get replaced. It's mossy. That's not a good sign. And then it's in decent shape. So just taking a peek around here, it's got like a particle board sheathing. Pull that off, put real sheathing on there, structure it. And then for shear, because it has no shear strength at this point, that's why it's got a little tilt to it, but it looks like it's in decent shape. Pull that roof off, put a second floor. I think this would actually turn out pretty good. Little BB gun action there. Yeah, there's nothing here that's standing out to me as bad shape, bad news or anything like that. The slab, obviously, tear this out, pour new slab. Something's going on with that. But we have our block work that's poured separate. It's not all like a mono slab or anything like that. So I would just pull this out, Yeah, you can see that cracking right there. So foundation looks good though. So I don't know what's going on with here. Might be water pressure underneath it or something like that, but because there is no drain. So that's what happens when you do that kind of thing. We'll pop around to this side. It's got wood, like a wood siding, like original wood siding, which is nice. Original kind of wood window in there. And then that's basically it. Yeah. Backyard. We were talking about the fence. Might be on the right on the property line or a few inches off, but it looks like it's at the same dimension as the eaves. You know, it's kind of hard to say. They'll have a survey done, and basically it. I'll take one more look back here, see that, and then we'll take one more look back over here, and then I'm gonna head in and set the drone up. The realtor did tell me that their owners are going to be putting a railing up there. It's kind of a crappy looking railing, but they have to put one up there, so they'll be putting one. And then I guess for the course of the sale, because that is a deck you can get up on top of, and there's a door out there. Did drive the truck, kind of back up here. It gets close, gets pretty close, but I think it'll fit. As it sits right now, I didn't want to scratch up the side, but the bush has got to go. Trim that bush back, and then remove this, and then you can get back here. I think it's tight fit, but it's better than nothing. Then you can just snake around back there.